I want to see this bird. So the first three birds that I shared with you so far are what we call diurnal, or birds that are active during the day. The next one is nocturnal. So who comes out at night? Who? You're right. I have a special owl to share with you. Now, this owl has a very special story. Now, this story, if you're going to take anything with you, this is the story I want you to remember so you can tell your family as well as your friends. Every summer and spring, baby birds start to learn how to fly. And some birds are good flyers, and some birds are bad flyers. Well, the bad flyers are often found on the ground. So it's going to take them a lot longer to learn how to fly. But what happens is in the summer, we as humans, because we care, we often feel sorry for the birds on the ground. And so what we do is we want to do something and save the birds. But what's really happening is the baby bird is going to learn how to fly. If we just leave it on the ground, the mom and dad bird would make sure the bird is totally fine. But what happens is we pick it up. So this is Oscar, the great horned owl. He was one of those baby birds 4 years ago. Oscar was picked up off the ground, put into a box, and fed hot dogs. Now, you and I know hot dogs are not good for us. They definitely are not. Oscar, let me see if I get Oscar down here. Oscar. So, we know hot dogs aren't good for us, and they definitely aren't good for owls. Now, owls need certain nutrition to grow into their feathers. While Oscar, because he was fed hot dogs, never grew in his flight feathers. So Oscar was not able to be set free. He ate so much hot dogs that Oscar got fat and angry. As a matter of fact, Oscar started hurting the humans that picked him up off the ground. And so Oscar was starting to hurt and damage the humans. So the humans did what they needed to do, was they needed to let go of Oscar. Unfortunately, they kicked him out of the house, and Oscar was basically set on to the neighbors. He started terrorizing the neighbors wanting hot dogs. So Oscar was in trouble. And so Oscar was picked up by the Department of Natural Resources. And so, come on, Oscar, fly over here. Beep. So Oscar was picked up by the DNR. Now, wildlife that hurts humans are often having to be put down. But Oscar, lucky for him, is that the DNR realized something was weird about him. And so they gave him to a rehab center, and the rehab center found out that Oscar was just an imprinted owl, and that Oscar thinks he's more of a human being than he is an owl. So all he wants to do is eat hot dogs and stay with humans. Now that sounds cute, but it's really dangerous. And unfortunately, Oscar will never be able to be left in the wild. So Oscar is here to tell us this one fact. If we as humans really care about baby birds, we will leave the baby birds on the ground. If you care, leave it there. What do you think about Oscar, the great horned owl? Now, owls do see very well at night. Owls see so well at night by just using the light available, like moonlight and starlight. Oscar here would use his big yellow eyes to see at night very well. He can see a mouse from 100 yards away. But I want you to take a look at Oscar's face. All owls, or most owls, have a round pattern of feathers on their face. That's called a facial disc. The facial disc acts like a cone. And come on over here, Oscar. And what that does, it funnels all the sound around Oscar into his offset ear. So if he can't see a mouse from 100 yards away, he can hear a mouse under 3 foot of grass or snow. But owls do one other thing very well. I want you to listen as Oscar flies. Everybody in the front row, besides that voice, I want you to listen and tell me what you hear as he flies. Whip. Come on. Oops. That's okay. He can fly. What did he sound like when he flew? Come on. No, he got caught up. What did you hear? Nothing. Owls fly totally silent. Remember, because what owls do so well, owls can see very well. Let me get them, John. Owls can see very well, and owls can also hear very well and fly totally silent. That's why you can find an owl everywhere where humans are. Every continent has some species of owl, not including Antarctica. Let's see if I can get Oscar here. I'm getting tangled up, Oscar. Okay. Come on. I know. That's Oscar. What do you think about Oscar, the great horned owl?
Yeah, baby.
Let him eat those treats. It is an amazing owl. We just have to realize nature can take care of itself very well. Nature doesn't need our help as long as we aren't doing the damage. So are you ready to see another bird?
Yes.
Are you having fun? Yes. Excellent. Well, this